Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining today. My name is Kristen. Our friends and colleagues, another few more minutes before getting started here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. I've been actually telling people it's Tuesday for the morning. So I'm now on Wednesday time, thank goodness. Hopefully everybody is able to hear and see me. I was trying to figure out how to put a background on my web camera so that you don't see my tea towels that I have in the background that my grandmother-in-law always sends me from England. We will just have to make do. All right, we're getting quite a few people coming in. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be getting started here in just a couple of minutes. I want to forewarn everybody as well. I'm having a little. I'm out of Austin, Texas right now. We are having what's called cedar fever, with a lot of pollen and bloom. So having a little bit of allergies. So I do apologize if I sneeze or anything like that during this time. And we'll give it just a couple more minutes. All right, it is now 1 o'clock, and just to make sure that we're considering everybody's time, we'll go ahead and get started. But do remember that we will be posting this on our OneSource page, going in the Holland America training section. So we shall go ahead and get started. So welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday to you, first week of April. My name is Kristen Viato. I am the BDM for the South, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. I am based out of Austin, Texas. I'm very excited to be presenting with you here today about our wonderfully newly announced Panama Canal and Hawaii itineraries and cruises, and what you and your clients can be able to experience with us through these itineraries with Holland America Line. We just announced these not too long ago, and they are for October 2025 through April of 2026. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I love talking about Hawaii and Panama. It's just, quick, easy way, get over to San Diego, get over to Fort Lauderdale, and be able to experience breadth and width of cultures, cuisines, and landscapes, and including the Panama Canal, a marvel of engineering history that we have here just at our fingertips. So to go forth with top reasons to be able to cruise with Holland America Line, we do have that award-winning personalized service. We're going to be seeing natural and man-made marvels throughout. They're going to have a lot of diverse ports of call, which I'm very excited to kind of give you more of an in-depth breadth on, because especially some of those Central American countries, not a lot is known about them. So they are some of my favorite ports of call and really immersive into those shore excursions of the natural life. So birding, kayaking, coffee plantations, and we're going to also showcase some really great regional cuisines as well. So as I mentioned, Easy to get to. Fort Lauderdale, Seattle, Vancouver, San Diego. We have so many great itineraries that are going to be round trip from the US ports of call. Easy to get to, don't have to go over an ocean to experience this depth and breadth of different cultures right at our fingertips. Sorry. So first off, the Panama Canal. It is on so many people's bucket list. I have been through the Panama Canal about 16 times, and each and every time has been a wonder. Again, just thinking about the effort, the national resources, the lives, the medical breakthroughs of what went through this engineering marvel. We get to have experts. There are lots of documentaries out there, and you're going to be getting to go through Holland America ships, which means you're going to get into that Goldilocks zone. We're going to get you through that the old locks through our full transit options, because our ships are that Goldilocks feature where they're not too big, not too small, they're just right, and they're going to fit right into those cozy locks. So being able to cross Panama Canal off of your bucket list is going to be wonderful. So going through the Panama Canal, this consists of 3 different locks: the Miraflores, the Pedro Miguel locks, and the Gatun Lake locks. And you're actually going to be going through them the entire time, throughout the entire day. And we bring on vendors, we bring on a local pilots, and you also going to have the opportunity of viewing the surroundings from our promenade teak deck, or we also open up the bow lounge. And I love it because we do also have these Panama rolls that Holland America is very famous for. We'll be actually presenting those in the morning, and we also will have frozen fruit that will be going around on the outside decks as well. So the Miraflores lock is actually the closest to Panama City in the Pacific Ocean. So you enter those through 2 chambers, and it's crazy how you see that right here. It looks like you're actually kind of pushing along the outer edges of the lock, but you can actually, wouldn't recommend this, you can actually reach out and almost touch this side of the locks. You are that close to it. Our ships were designed also to get through those locks with ease. And again, going through these locks, and you can also have a live streaming opportunities. You can tell your friends and family. They can live stream the Panama Canal locks as you're going through them. You can give a wave through that. But again, it's just being able to touch this magnificent wonder of engineering as you go through, that's so close. It doesn't feel like you should be able to go through these locks with our big, beautiful ships that we have. And throughout the entire time, especially going through the Gatun Lake, there's lots of bird life. You're going to probably see some caimans related to the alligator. With that, you may even hear some monkeys, some howler monkeys off in the distance. So there's a lot of opportunity to just sit back, relax on your balcony, on your veranda, or walk the teak decks to view this amazing natural and engineering wonder. So we do have a number of different opportunities to see the Panama Canal. I always suggest, please push your clients to do the full transit, either round from San Diego to Fort Lauderdale, or Fort Lauderdale back to San Diego. Not only will you go through the old locks, but you'll get to experience a lot of these ports of call in Central and South America that one may not be able to get to very easily. Like, for example, Puerto Quetzal. I love Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala. It is just a little port of call. They have a little shopping area right out, but what it is truly great for is to get to Antigua. Old Antigua, Guatemala, one of the most beautiful cities that, in my opinion, in Central America. And it's right on top of a mountainous area, so it's quite cool when you're going from the bit of a more heated, maybe more humid area of the port back up into the Guatemalan mountains. Puerto Chiapas in the Chiapas region near Oaxaca, very well known for the Mexican and cuisine of Mexico there, Punta Arenas in Costa Rica. You have Aruba. You can see Half Moon Cay. A lot of these ports of call will also hit Cartagena in Colombia. We also have some really interesting new ports that we're going to be showcasing as well today. One of my main favorite things to do on these cruises, and also on the Hawaii cruise, is to bring an extra bag just for the coffee. If you are a coffee lover, you will not find better coffee just to buy off in these ports of call. I know in Punta Arenas, I always love to go off. There's a couple that sold all of their belongings. They're from the Northeast, and they moved down to Costa Rica to grow shaded coffee. And if you ever see them, they're called the Shady Lady Coffee. One of my favorite things to do. Again, go up in all of these ports. Acajutla in El Salvador is new for us as well. Very much known for their coffee plantations, as well as the Cerro Verde National Park. So this is quite new. I'm a bit jealous. I have not been to El Salvador yet, one of the few countries in Central and South America I haven't been with the ships. So this would be something that I would definitely put on my radar. Lots of opportunities for kayaking, nature excursions, things like that. We also will be going out of Miami. So Miami on some of our on a few of our different itineraries. Miami, of course, you have the South Beach vibe, the little Havana. So you can be able to maybe come a day or two early and experience what Miami has to offer. And then the tried and true Puerto Caldera, Punta Arenas. One of my favorite things to do is to go to the Scarlet Macaw Sanctuary, where they have rehabbed and different bird species varieties found all over the rainforest of Central and South America that they are trying to rehabilitate into the wild. And they also have those that are not able to be rehabilitated, who will be making their forever home in that rehabilitation center. So one of my favorite things to do, and I've been there probably about 3 times. It's always very, very fascinating. So again, these 2 new ports, Miami and Acajutla, are going to be new for us. We're very, very excited to see that. So we do have anywhere between 15 and 22 days, because not only can you get off in San Diego, but you can also keep on going and make it kind of a collector voyage. So if you make it a collector voyage, you can go from San Diego up to Vancouver or Seattle, or vice versa, going on one of the last Alaska voyages, and then leaving from Vancouver or Seattle, and then going down to San Diego over into Fort Lauderdale. And you may see that these are kind of around the same time periods, April, October. That's because that is when we transition our vessels from the Caribbean to Alaska, and vice versa from Alaska to the Caribbean. But yeah, as you can see, almost all of these here are going to include my favorite itinerary port, which is Puerto Quetzal. Then you'll see Cartagena, and even Fuerte Amador, which is Panama City. We actually have an overnight stay in there, and we'll be tendering into Panama City, and it is really a wonderful showcase of a diversity of cultures and food. I love going over to the market and just getting the freshest ceviche. They also have one of the oldest Chinatowns in North America, in Panama City as well. But it is a ginormous amalgamation of the new and the old, the colonial, and the skyscrapers that you can be able to explore from Panama City. You'll also have Hualtuco, and I mentioned that before. That is going to be the culinary epicenter of Mexico, and it has one of the most beautiful beaches just right off the ship in Santa Cruz de Hualtuco. From there, you have the tried and true Puerto Vallarta. You also will have Half Moon Cay, like I mentioned before. Almost all of our itineraries will have our private island of Half Moon Cay, one of the most beautiful sandy beaches and powdery soft sand that you will have ever experienced. We do have great lectures on all of these that are going to really kind of encompass the gravity and the immensity and the challenges that were faced when building the Panama Canal through both the French as well as the American planners. And some things that you may learn through here is that not only was the Panama Canal an engineering as well as a transportation pinnacle back in the early 1900s, but it was also an essential step forward in medical development. We know that mosquitoes actually carry yellow fever and malaria from from when the Americans sent scientists down to try to help the workers there that were dying very much so from these tropical diseases. And we were actually able to help develop vaccines and develop treatments for these types of mosquito-borne illnesses from there. So there's a lot that came out of the Panama Canal that still affects our everyday lives that we are truly grateful for. And then Hawaii, our lovely, lovely state in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I love Hawaii, been there many times, and I even honeymooned in Hawaii, so it always holds a special place in my heart. We do round trips from California. Also, we go sometimes from Vancouver or Seattle, and we will stay in many of the different islands that are in the Hawaiian archipelago. So first off, just to kind of give you a featured cruise, this is our 17-day Circle Hawaii. You will gain and lose hours going from here, so it is a wonder on the body clock, but I love it. So on these especially, you're going to get an overnight in Honolulu, because it's not just, Honolulu. Yes, we go to Pearl Harbor, you go to Diamondback Mountain, you go get some poke or some Stan Masubi, but on other parts of the island, this is going to give you an opportunity to hopefully explore more than just the downtown Honolulu area. It does have a great array of different cultures, not only the Hawaii culture, but also Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, and American cultures all kind of combined into one. Then you have two different ports on the Big Island, Kona and Hilo. That is, of course, my favorite area to get the Kona coffee. I probably each time I get two big giant bags of whole beans from there. You have Maui and Kaului, which you have the Hana Coast. You can also discover the interesting geological as well as lush landscapes that are there. And then you also have in Hilo, it's a beautiful town that will be very easy for you to get to the national volcano parks, or the volcano national parks that are there. And then going back towards Ensenada, Mexico, and funny, Ensenada is actually where the fish taco was invented from there. So I always grab a really good fish taco from a stand or the market that is within walking distance from the ship. Now, this one, I was so excited when this one came out. We are debuting this for next year. We've never done this before. It is going to be a 28-day Glaciers and Volcano Alaska to Hawaii. So you're going to get all the way up to Anchorage, going from Seattle, hitting a long day in Vancouver, Sitka, beautiful place to get to see the otters, as well as the National Bear. The National Bear Park, and then going up to Hubbard Glacier, College Fjord, hitting Seward, some of the one of the best biscuits and gravy places I've ever actually had for breakfast there. And then you're going to have an overnight in Anchorage. Just going to allow you maybe to take a flight scene over to Denali, maybe to go up to the take a flight over to the Arctic Circle, or maybe just enjoy the wonderful cuisine and the museums that are going to be in and around Anchorage. Kodiak Island, of course, the home of the Kodiak brown bear, a subspecies of the grizzly that is actually larger than the grizzly bear. And you're going to be able to take safaris or be able to go around and look at whales, pardon me, whale viewing all throughout the island, and then going through Dutch Harbor. So Dutch Harbor is very much known for being the epicenter of the Deadliest Catch TV series from the Discovery Channel, and there you'll be able to see, maybe hopefully see some of the ships that they feature in that TV series before enjoying several sea days of beautiful leisure or being busy with the onboard activities going towards Hawaii, getting to Kauai, Nui Wili. They have a great Pacific Canyon there that you'll be able to go to an overnight in Hawaii and Honolulu. and then going to Kona and Hilo. You might even see a little addition down there, going to Kilauea Volcano. We've done this. I've done this a couple of times when we've been there, and there's been activity on the coast where the Kilauea Volcano actually is going into the ocean, and it's so intense about how far away you are from the area where the lava is flowing into the ocean, but you can actually still feel the heat that is emanating from that area, even though you are a very big distance away from it. But definitely something that I would always recommend. We are really known for our legendary voyages that are included for longer voyages round trip from the North American ports of call, and this being one of them. So within these ports, so we have that Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, very easily to get to from Hilo. From Kona, I do recommend, if you have a chance to go to the Mauna Kea Observatory, do bring a jacket. It does get actually quite cold up there. You might even see some snow for those budding astronomers. And then, of course, attend a luau. There are multiple options to attend a luau, both in Honolulu as well as in Maui and even Kona. But Honolulu is probably going to be your best bet because that's where we're going to have a lot of our overnights from there. Maybe even take a surfing class, go to a poke buffet and enjoy all the different types of poke that they have there. But definitely don't forget to try the spam, especially the spam musubi. That's probably my favorite. So we do have those collector voyages that include Hawaii. They can will include the Pacific coast. You can see that they can go from Astoria, San Francisco, Santa Barbara, Catalina, Avalon, and then also include Mexico. They can either do 7 days or even an 11-day, going all the way up to Loreto on the Baja Peninsula, or even La Paz, Mazatlan, Manzanillo, and Cabo San Lucas. Going up through Baja is a really great chance also to see the whales that are there. It's a really great opportunity for that. So just remember those collector voyages will also get your clients a really better deals as well in booking to individual back-to-backs. So some of the shore excursions that we always try to recommend, we try to recommend all the foodie options. There's a great way to learn about the cultures through food. You know, we all, no matter how different we all enjoy food, and it is a fantastic way to connect with locals as well as the overall culture. Some also, like we mentioned before, the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. One thing very similar to Alaska, if your clients are wanting to do anything in terms of doing flight seeing, helicopters over the volcanoes, they need to book quickly. So as soon as you book them, like, great, we're so happy, and let's get you booked on these really fantastical excursions that will get you up in the air and overseeing the Kilauea and the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. So when you are on our ships, of course, you are home away from home. We have everything from inside to Neptune suites and everything in between. So these are going to be longer voyages. So there are going to be laundry packages that are available. They have daily housekeeping. You can pamper yourselves all with the toiletries. You don't need to be able to bring, large shampoos or conditioners. Those are provided for you in your bathrooms. And that's going to be also you're going to have, if you go into the Pinnacle Suite or Neptune's, you're going to get a whole host of perks. For example, the Neptune Suite, you'll get a coffee maker. You'll also get access to the Neptune Lounge as well as the Neptune Concierge. Be also mindful that these voyages, you can also upgrade your clients for the orange to the orange package. So that's going to give your clients opportunities to pay a little bit extra per person per day, and they'll get amenities like being having a Club Orange dining. So that's going to be on the larger ships, have their own private dining for breakfast and dinner in the Club Orange dining venue, and have a more lengthy menu, or the areas in the dining room on our smaller ships that are afforded to the Club Orange. As well, they're going to be having tender priority as well as disembarkation and embarkation priorities. So make sure you get a hold of ship's inventory for that, because it is capacity controlled and it is commissioned for you as well. These places are, of course, dining destinations. You're going to have different types of seafood, different types of fruits that are going to be featured here. It is going to be a part of our network of our global fresh fish program. So in these locales, we do have that port to plate opportunity for you to when we pick up fresh fish in those places that are going to be sustainably and traceable caught or farmed, such as the Hawaiian pink snapper that you see here in the Poke area, as well as fresh cut mango, as well as different types of bananas, papayas, and definitely, again, make sure you visit the macadamia nut factories in Hawaii. I always bring giant tins of macadamia nuts, and there are all kinds of different flavors that are going to be there from Hawaii. So again, make sure your clients bring an extra suitcase just for all the amazing culinary opportunities that they're going to be able to take back home with them. So while they're also on board, you make sure you want to make they have it all packaged so they can get the extra specialty restaurants. These are going to be longer voyages, so that will include 2 to even 3 different specialty restaurant opportunities. You're going to have coffee and treats. You're going to have the complimentary dining options in the Lido, as well as the dining room, and of course our bowers and lounges that are going to be there. On our ships, we are also updating our Tamarind area, as well as having a pop-up for our Morimoto by Sea. It is getting rave reviews. We are so excited for it, and those by this time, most of our ships should have that venue or that complimentary dining opportunity, sorry, not the complimentary, that pop-up opportunity in the Pinnacle Grill for the Morimoto by Sea. And one of the best activities that I love are, of course, the performance and lectures. A lot of times during the Hawaii runs, we actually bring on a number of Native Hawaiians, and they will do different lectures on their crafts, on their language, on the local landscapes, and the farming, and the how they do how they fish. So it's a wonderful immersive opportunity to really appreciate what the Hawaiian Islands has to offer. Also, we do that in Mexico, so during the day, a lot of activities, sports, where we do pickleball, flower arranging, Tai Chi, and then at night is open to our award-winning music walk, which includes the BB Kings, the Rolling Stone Lounge, Billboard on Board, as well as our Third Avenue West band that will play the Great American Songbook. So be as busy or as not busy as you would like. On these longer voyages as well, I would recommend to have a look at the spa. Now, the spa, we do have a wonderful hydro pool, and you can see here those lovely ladies sitting on those ceramic warm chairs. There's going to be different hot tubs, different saunas that are going to be there, so nothing like spending days at sea, and the hydrothermal suite, as well as multiple different opportunities for those spa services. Now, because this is so far early, this does apply to the Have It All early booking bonus. We've been getting great feedback about this early booking bonus from our travel advisors, as it does kind of help the clients really say, okay, I need to go ahead and start booking early. So hopefully you'll have a really great opportunity for more bookings through going earlier and earlier. So the Have It All is going to be up to 3 nights specialty dining, up to $3 shore excursion credit, a beverage package, and the surf Wi-Fi. It kind of averages out to about $55 per person per day. Now, if you book it early, though, we're going to upgrade you. We're going to upgrade you to the elite beverage package. So instead of 15 drinks under $11, you're going to get 15 drinks under $15. We're also going to upgrade you to the premium Wi-Fi package. But the biggest thing, especially for these longer voyages that are 15, 20, 25 days, they're going to include crew gratuities, and that's going to save your client hundreds of dollars. So please make sure you think you might have anybody that is looking for Hawaii, that is looking to experience the Panama Canal. for 2025 and beyond, get a hold of them, make sure they go ahead and get booked so they can get the best benefits. And of course, if they're a Mariner, they're going to get that opportunities for that extra Mariner benefit as well. And Hawaii, Panama Canal, it's great for groups. So you have book clubs, you have pickleball clubs, wine clubs, you have a group of friends, people from maybe an alumni of a university. We do have great groups. So the groups will consist of our connection program. They consist of between 11 and 24 guests or fewer. And that is going to be between you and your BDM. You just get a hold of us, tell us, hey, I have a family group, I have a group of professors, I have a group of pickleballers, and they're wanting to do Hawaii or they want to do Panama Canal. Your BDM and you will be working with to turn this regular group into a connections program. It's a unique feature that we have here at Holland America. We're going to add 2 extra gap points. Gap points are group amenity points. They're going to be extra opportunities for you to give more benefits to your clients. It could be more dinners. It could be extra onboard credit. There's a whole menu of items that you're going to be able to utilize. And it will also lower the tour conductor ratio. So that's the TC ratio. So instead of a 1 to 16 with the 16 person earning that the first TC, you're going to have a 1 to 10 with the 11th person earning that TC. So the 11th person, 6 cabins would give you that first tour conductor credit. Now they do have a minimum of 2 that you can get. So you definitely want to work with your BDM to see how many people are expected to be part of this group, and you can be able to work from there. So with all of these features, I do hope that you will choose Holland America Line for your upcoming clients' adventure into Hawaii and the Panama Canal. And hopefully these features of the ports and the opportunities to eat, play, and roam around will give your clients some very exciting momentum to be able to experience these destinations with Holland America. So I thank you so much, and I look forward to our next visit. Have a great day, folks, and if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to your BDM. Have a great day.